Lesson 22 and 23 from Learn Violin Fast, Book 1. This is March by Johann Sebastian Bach. We will continue with our format of melody first and then the bass. Again, this was originally written for keyboard, so there are two parts, and we as musicians should not only learn just the melody, but also the bass, so that if you perform this at a recital, you know what the bass part is and you know what to listen for. This is in D major, it's in cut time, so we should not be keeping 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be keeping track of 1, 2, and those are half notes. You'll notice that there's some tricky notes here. In measure 5, 6, 7, in measure 7, you notice that there's 16, ticka ticka t t. Just know that when Bach wrote it, it was written as a grace note, but for ease of playing it correctly and just reading, I wrote it out for now. But just know that if you find this in different editions, you will have just a long note with a little squiggly grace note, because we haven't gotten to grace notes and more than all of that yet. The notes are written out. But just know that if you play this from like an actual text that Bach wrote, it will be grace notes. It will look a little different, but it will sound the same. We'll start with the pickup. We're in cut time. There's some high twos in the E string. Otherwise, there's low twos. There's a lot of runs. So take a look, listen, and then try to play. You could pluck on the shoulder, and like a guitar style. You could write anything you want. But here is March by Johann Sebastian Bach. This is the melody. Bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, 1, 2. I hope that you can see when I play, I keep my left fingers down. I'm standing tall. My fingers are strong, but my hands are nice and loose. I'm really thinking about the bow as well as what my left hand is doing. My wrist is not squeezing. My fingers are strong. And also I can hear force vibration. All right, so keep in mind all those things when you begin playing. Go through your checklist. Make a habit of making sure you're nice and relaxed. You have strong fingers. Also count off in your mind. This is number 23, March, the bass. So this bass part is actually pretty tricky. I don't know if you noticed at the end, measure 21, 22, 23, 23, we had a low 1. And again, we haven't really learned low 1s yet, but I think at this point in your journey, you should be able to figure out to just move the 1 back. So you have G, then you have a G sharp. So we're going to do a low 1, and then an A, which is we're sliding up, and then a low 2 for B flat, then a B natural in the next measure. Now when you get to measure 26, make sure you use pinky on the D string, 1 on G, pinky on D. You cannot play from open A, G back to open A, back to D. So make sure you're practicing to play the pinky. If you're able to play with a friend and you can swap the parts, that'd be great. If not, you can record one part and then play along, and it'd be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying your learning violin journey, and I'll see you in the next lesson.